This is a left side mirror from a 2007 FXDB Dyna Harley Street Bob that I managed to remove the glass from with a heat gun after watching several videos. You can see that the glue points are in 3 places, and it would be best to not heat the mirror. From this example, you could see that this has come up, but the mirror isn't damaged. So the mirror actually survived quite well, even though these are off there. But anyway, I have some questions and design comments regarding this device. It's disappointing that it was designed to fail, and apparently here in 2026 they haven't gotten any better. You can't buy something that you can tighten, apparently. New set of these is $100 plus tax, and that is the problem. It's loose right where you want it to be, but tight everywhere else. The problem is you've got these rivets, you know, here. Nothing can be adjusted. You're not really supposed to take this mirror off, but with enough heat, this gets, you know, turns movable, and with some extreme amount of patience, you can get it off. Now, some fixes for this, obviously, I don't know, not obviously, you need to create friction with this wheel under here, the ball under here, with this plate. You could slide something between there, but that wouldn't last very long. I thought of running a wire, basically attaching it through a drilled hole here, running it through here, and then a spring, pulling it back through here to create friction around this part here underneath. That would do it, but not very well for a limited amount of time. If you were to have a very strong spring that somehow you could clear, you know, within there, you could build some sort of friction piece. I don't know if you could 3D print it, but it would be best to have this whole ball covered and something pushing in, creating friction in here. That would be one thing. So my best idea, I think, so far is to drill out one of these, probably the one that's most easily accessible, as this is mounted. I guess would be this one. It'd be right about here. If you were to be able to drill this out without damaging anything, remove this rivet and go straight on through, drill a hole to the back, then you can have a stainless steel thumb screw through here, either at this location or do it a little bit centered where you could just tap a thread in here, do a thumb screw. So that would pull this whole plate down in this direction, and you would be able to, over time, tighten this thumb screw and you know, keep your mirror tight. But the problem initially is the bad design here, that this ball is not going to be in round anymore. You're just going to be getting worse and worse and worse. You know, if you really were a machinist and you wanted to show off, you could take off all 3 of these. You need to lower these pillars to give it enough room for it to go downward and tighten against the ball. That would be great. One of my final thoughts would be they have like body panel pop rivets that have spines on them. If you were to able to get some that would fit in here, you could make your mirror somewhat removable to get in here and do second and third attempt repairs, because, you know, getting this mirror off once is kind of a miracle. Yeah, those are my thoughts. The wire pulling tension under here, don't like that. I do like the adding a thumb screw to the back of this, pulling this plate down hard on the ball, and then I don't know what kind of friction material you could add in here if you were able to lift it up and put it in there. I don't think it would stay unless you glued its perimeter. But I like the thumb screw and tapping either at this location or inside of it. But those are my thoughts on this throwaway buy another one part. All right, I hope that helps somebody. Have a nice day.